Storm Tracker weather starts now with Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire.
And good evening, everybody. We're going to start off tonight with a really cool looking sunset tonight. This comes to us from Janet Little Vandersloot. There you go, right there. See, there it is. And as you can see, not a bad looking shot here. You can see just partly cloudy skies, sun slowly sinking back behind the horizon there. And as you'll see here, there's another picture. This is from Sandy Dara. You're looking at the vastness of Makoshiga State Park, and it really is. I mean, it looks like the Badlands for sure. Cool looking picture, though. Thanks for sending that in, Sandy. Meanwhile, here's the way things are shaping up in Billings right now. Currently, we do have 72 degrees with humidity at about 31%. The wind is out in the northwest at about 10 miles per hour. Now, our high temp today actually topped out at 84 degrees. The normal high is 81, so actually we're ahead of normal there. The record was 103 back in 1983. The record low was 41 back in 1942. And the sunset tonight, very early, 7:51 tonight. Do you remember when it used to be about 9:06 before the sun would start to set? Well, those days are long gone. Meanwhile, let me show you how things are shaping up precipitation-wise. Nothing new to add to the story today, so we're a little bit behind average for this first day of September. For the year, we're at 974. We need to be a little over 10 inches. We're close, but we're just not quite there yet. Meanwhile, you can see our current temperatures into the 60s in the southwest, 71 over at Missoula, 74 over at Helena right now, 65 at Great Falls. Across the High Line, Havre still at 71 degrees, a lot of 60s and 70s elsewhere. Billings at 72 right now, we're 70 at Cody, and 60 degrees over at Sheridan and at Warland right now. And as you'll notice, our reported highs for the day mostly got into the 70s and 80s everywhere we look. No 90s and no 100s, that's for sure, but it looks like things will eventually start warming up tomorrow. Probably going to see a lot of 90s around the region tomorrow, but today we had a little bit of a northwesterly flow of air, and up there in Canada, that's where we have some cooler air caught up in that northwesterly flow and kind of kept things a little cool. And at the same time, it started blowing away most of the smoke across our area, so that's why those skies cleared up very nicely out there today. In the meantime, we do have this to talk about. A red flag warning started today at noon, goes until about 6 o'clock tomorrow afternoon in the mountains out in the western part of the state. Back here in south central and eastern Montana, that stays with us until midnight. What's happening here is we got some high winds, high temperature, and low humidity all coming together to create some erratic fire behavior and possibly even some new fire starts as the winds start blowing in. If a fire gets started in that area right there and highlighted in pink, I'll tell you what, we can see those things burn out of control in a hurry. In the meantime, Doppler radar shows you a dry scope, just a little bit of a northwesterly flow of air here. We'll pull back a little farther. Here's your story ridge of high pressure building into the region. That's going to start warming things up very nicely. At the surface, we do see a new cold front starting to make its way into Montana. So as high pressure starts moving into the area, and then you have that warm front move in and another cold front behind that, that's going to create some strong gusty winds with the passage of the warm front and the cold front. Then you'll notice by the time Thursday gets here, warmer temperatures in the west. Back here in the east, still some cooler temperatures, and so we'll probably continue to see things just to drop down a little bit into the 80s instead of the 90s. In the meantime, tonight we'll cool back down generally into the 50s across much of the region. No 60s, and we'll still have that red flag warning throughout most of the night and again tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon, 70s, 80s. Look at the 90s, 94 in Billings, maybe some cloudy skies rolling in and some showers across the northeast. It'll be 93 over at Forsyth, 94 in Hardin, 90 degrees over at Glendive and also Miles City. And as we move on, you can see tonight temperatures will be cooling back down to 54 degrees in Billings under a partly cloudy sky. Next 7 days looks like this. It'll be 94 on Wednesday with sunny skies, sunny and hot. Then it'll be 85 on Thursday. On Friday, 89 degrees with sunshine, 92 again on Saturday. Then after that, we cool back down to the 70s, and then some 60s on Monday and Tuesday, and a good chance for rain showers on Sunday. Labor Day, a 40% chance for rain on Tuesday, back up to 63. That's a look at the weather. Let's go back to Russ.